Ever since I moved to Utah a few years ago, there's a word that I have heard over and over again. Like more so than I have ever heard in my entire life. Worth. And it drives me crazy. Churches and people make it so complicated. I want to break it down for all of us into these tiny, bite-sized pieces. I want to be very, very clear here. Here goes. Your worth does not grow or diminish because of who you are, what you believe, whom you love, or what you do. I'm going to say that again. Your worth does not grow or diminish because of who you are, what you believe, whom you love, or what you do. In fact, there is nothing you can do that would make God love you any more or any less than God already does. Not one thing. I don't care what your church says. I don't care what your pastor says. I don't care what your family say. Your worth is non-negotiable. Period. You are not talking me out of this one. I mean, when you think about it, it's easy to see. Worth hasn't been earned. We haven't done anything to gain our worth. We just have it by being children of God. It is ours, unconditionally. It is a lovely and generous and most appreciated gift from God. And since it's from God, there's not one person on earth that can take that away or add to it, for that matter. Our goal while on earth is not to gain more and pay more and do more so we can get to some higher level of heaven. No, that is not even remotely our calling. That goal is not even worth thinking about. Do not get me started on that goal. But here's the really exciting news. You might be wondering, well, what is my worth? Friends, you are of inestimable worth. Yes, you. We have been given scripture that says so. Doctrine and Covenants, section 162, 6a says, "From the earliest days, you have been given a sacred principle that declares the inestimable worth of all persons. Do not forget." It's really that simple, friends. And I feel like I should say it again because it seems like hordes of people are saying something different. Something that puts people in an ugly, vulnerable spot. Something that puts some people above others in the worth department. Something that says, I'm worth more than you because I pay more, do more. I'm better at such and such. It's ridiculous. It's hogwash. And that is not how it works. So here's what I would love for you to remember. You are of inestimable worth. And that worth comes directly from God. And there isn't one person on the planet that can add or take away from that worth. Not one. I don't care what they say. Now that to me seems pretty worthwhile to share, don't you think? So like before, please feel free to like this or share it or comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I might not get back to every single comment, but I would love to hear what you have to say.